Tu vai voltar amanhã, André?
Acho que não.
Se ele não botou no grupo que ele vai voltar, ele não falou nada comigo.
Ele ia ter que ir numa perícia lá, mas não sei se ia dar tempo não. É, Lendia vai, botou aqui, não quero atraso. Pô, tô com 0-2, papai.
Eu que empatei um.
Eu vi. Tá procurando aí, cara. Faz o seguinte, volta na tela anterior.
Eu?
Mas não tá voltando aqui não. Espera. Você tá procurando aí?
A bolinha tá rodando aqui. Tá naquele quadro assim, da escolha dos controles.
É, o meu não, o meu tá agarrado numa tela. Opa! Deixa eu ver. Ah, sim, também. Aceitei, procurando.
Aí, ó. Ah, eu vou ter que sair e voltar. Oi.
Gil, vou ter que voltar também. A gente entra junto, Fábio. Macedo?
Oi, eu já.
Ai, caralho. Procurando de novo. Foi.
Pronto.
O ruim é que no YouTube, sempre que você for transmitir, tem que fazer login de novo.
Cadê o Gil? Não tá na party, não? Ah, o menino tá no computador, no videogame, né?
O Henrique.
É, o Henrique.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans
Chovendo, hein? Altera, Marcelo?
This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready! 95, 56! Line 54! Line 54! Hey, tight down.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen. Joker.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's
Pegou e soltou.
incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017. Just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara.
Pô, essa porra desse tucano no chão aí atrapalhando tudo, pô. Atrapalhou a visão.
Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Machucou o Cook.
He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
No. Off. Check.
Breeze gonna throw. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Shotgun now for Breeze. This is intercepted. Tedrick Thompson.
Lampet!
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And he's going to score. It's a
Começou.
touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down defensively. They were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Geral tá comprando, né, cara?
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Pra Fernando andar comigo.
Vai andar com o Celine, mestre. Filha da puta.
Ele não tá pedalando com a mão, não, Vitor?
Ô Macedo, chegou aqui de bermudinha de surfista. Devia ter deixado. Filha da égua. Tomei, Gil. Tomei igual eu tomo contra o computador, igualzinho. Essa caralho.
this. They've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a
Eu
chance
botei
to
sem
rest.
censura lá.
He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort
Deixa eu tirar
there,
isso lá,
trying to
peraí.
take a Ball.
Ok, Henrique tá aí? Ô tio. E aí Henrique, tudo bem, cara? Já deu sua jogadinha de hoje? Já jogou seu videogame hoje? Tá jogando o quê? Minecraft. A moçada adora o Minecraft, cara.
Minecraft é o jogo infinito.
Ô Gil, eu não sei se eu já conversei com você. Convida
Ô, Macedo, solta o pause aí.
Really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Vai tentar, bom?
Mas é bom.
The Saints on 4th down
Podia,
last
né?
year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here.
21.
Olha o Macedo fechando a portinha, ó.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the
Algumas
47.
decisões são dolorosas,
We
Macedo.
kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. It'll be a nickel
Macedo,
look here for the
você é
Seahawks
safado.
on 3rd down.
Você tá no YouTube e tá vendo minha jogada.
Tô não, tá doido?
Você é chafado.
Breeze now to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler
Ei,
Lockett.
delay do caramba, hein,
Just a
bicho.
single punt
Pra apertar o
for him
chute.
lost last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards
O quê?
officially on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Não, mas na transmissão ao vivo? Rapaz, tá bastante.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 16.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. Check. Check.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And there is nowhere
Pô,
for
foi
him to
certinho
cut
ali no
back as he's
56 ali.
taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Foi o que deu o bote nesse tisgo aí.
After
Quê?
1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Achei que você falasse que ia levar o videogame.
Macedo, Ferreira tem uns 12 casos.
On second and 11 now. Wilson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And he'll take this back down inside.
É aquela do rebote.
That interception sets
Raramente isso acontece comigo.
already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here.
Escorrega.
Everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He can't hang. He's not going to give him a good.
Now Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw is Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara.
Ah, de onde saiu esse nego?
After a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Caralho, olha a imagem do estádio, que maneira.
Cara, esse estádio deve ser irado, né? E ele foi construído assim para melhorar os...
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
We own them. Shoot. Kill.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Mas Soldier Field é do Chicago, né?
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
É, de verdade ele falou que o Dalvin Cook tá dando uma apertada no Vikings depois que o McCaffrey renovou com o Panthers, né? Só que ele não tem mesmo.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Check, 47. Oh, you got deep. Check safety, look.
Se fora essa discussão, se paga ou se não paga,
Wilson throwing again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys.
Negócio de cumprir algumas etapas lá, né, Gil?
Sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
6 jogos.
Hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On third down, Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Apertar X ou quadrado na defesa depende do jogador ou da jogada.
Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Não. Eu digo na linha ali, essa primeira linha aí. Não, então, eu sei, mas aí depois que você tá disputando com o cara. Então, por exemplo, tem um jogador meu aqui que só quadrado.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23.
Ou
when this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in and picks up the first down.
basic.
Esses são os botões que você tem que apertar para você conseguir tentar vencer a batalha com o cara que tá te bloqueando.
Sim.
Não fecha Parece que eu acabo apertando
On first down, it's Carson. David Onyemata there on the
É porque
tackle.
tem, por exemplo, aqui tem o Onyemata, nele só aparece quadrado.
Praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle.
Ele é
There
gordo.
wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Pô, tô pressionado.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Wilson. And that's incomplete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds
Você pediu
to go
timeout?
till halftime.
Mas não foi incompleto?
passe completo. Vai pro 6
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's got Lockett. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Eu tenho academia às 7 horas, caralho.
Mike 47, I got him. Alert.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Run left. 47's the mic.
Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And
O
he
bichinho não
has
virou,
it
não.
got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Down to lose one. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line.
Como é que faz o fair catch, Marcelo?
Triângulo. Aperta triângulo pra caralho.
Pô, mas você pediu lá em 16, cara.
Pediu esse ferquete aí, cara.
Porque eu não tô conseguindo ganhar.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive
É, eu peço pra cima de 20.
Now they'll be looking for some
25.
separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do
Chuta a
just
cara
that.
desse puto.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check, 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 check. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Go, go.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And to the 42-yard line.
Deu já vai pai nele ali, ó. Já vai pai.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike's 47. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Green 80. It's been a long day for you. Got double tight. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. Alert.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st.
Tem hora que o running back toma só um tequinho, sai andando cambaleando, você acha que ele vai levantar?
And tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it up.
Equilibrar ele.
Daqui eu nunca lembro de fazer isso.
Da direita, né? Você fala,
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
É uma outra coisa. Tô dizendo assim, quando o cara te pega e às vezes você vai com.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up
Oi,
yardage. Sometimes you have to be
galera de
physical
Farol de
in
São
order to
Tomé.
gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the
Macedão, pause aí.
45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Check three. 36 power.
Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Wilson going to throw again. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back to you. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. Get that quarterback.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Get that quarterback.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Ready. 5-9. Mike's 54. Watch the screen. Pass.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. On 2nd and 15 now. Brees. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Brees picked off by his nemesis, Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners, who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Shift. Go 14. Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Ready. 95, 56. Mike 54. Mike 54. Know your job.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
All day, dog.
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
That's where you belong.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Breeze now. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Breeze going to go on 4th down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen? In this game.
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but now it'll be third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Here's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Ready? You ready? Mike 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Kamara try the right side. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather, of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run it with Carson, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Check Mike 47. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now Wilson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
All right. I got you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
He was brought down by Bradley McDougal. It's a gain of 4. And it's
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's how you hit. That's how you hit. That's right. Ready.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. On 1st down, it's Carson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
2nd and 10 at the Saints' 44-yard line.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Slam, slam, slam. Check 52. Zebra, zebra.
Wilson wants to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Right there, 56. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Check that. 14.
Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Mike's 47. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run on first down. Carson. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Saints take over.
We play to win. Let's
at their
go.
own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Breeze picked up by his nemesis, Nickel Roby-Coleman. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This is Carson, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the victory here.